Ryan Garcia says he had a fight announcement last week, and last week came and went, still no announcement. What gives? We're going to talk about that in this video. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Eagle, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to my channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, y'all know what to do. Hit that bell icon. Now, I had to make a follow-up video because this is extremely weird. You know, Ryan Garcia, you see he's popular. He got 8.6 million followers on Instagram alone. You know, he's posting these pictures, and you know, he's a popular boxer, so keep up with what's going on. Now, I made a video about this. You guys will see the screen cap. It says, breaking, Ryan Garcia confirms his next fight to be announced Tuesday. And I said King Ryan versus Javier Fortuna, ? Because that was the rumored name that he was going to face. Now, this was April 4th. And just so I can cover my tracks, we like to have that paper trail. Boom. King Ryan, he posted on his Instagram story. It says, fight contract signed, big announcement Tuesday. Time to do as I do. But as you do, this Tuesday came and went, and we still have no announcement. Now, I want to make follow-up video because rumor has it that he was fighting Javier Fortuna. I, for one, think that's a great fight, and I think it's a great fight for Ryan Garcia, a difficult fight as well. So I'm anxious to see who he's fighting. His last fight was fun with Luke Campbell, and I want to see what's next. But Ryan Garcia continues to find himself in this same very predicament. And, you know, maybe I'm just getting older, but it's real weird when I see this from this generation, the social media, I just want to say clout baby, clout chasing syndrome, where they just run to social media for everything. Like, it's crazy. Like, I've seen people get arrested and incriminated, like celebrities and stuff, get arrested and incriminated because of things that they posted on Instagram or Instagram Live, IG Live, and they're on probation or parole. You know, just crazy things like that. And then we're seeing this, and this continues to happen from Ryan Garcia. What I mean is this: Ryan Garcia, he just had this very situation happen where he deleted the post now, but he initially said he was fighting Tank Davis. He left that post up there, right? He said he was fighting Tank Davis. So everyone got hyped and seen this flyer, a fan-made flyer from Ryan Garcia, and they're like, oh, it's about to go down. And he said he's gonna knock out Tank in 2 rounds. And then come to find out, 2 weeks later or so, he switched it and he posted another fan-made flyer with him and Pacquiao, and he says, I got to fight bigger than Tank, so I'm not fighting Tank. So it's like, okay, so now this is null and void, right? And then he said he was fighting Pacquiao, which he later like archived or deleted. And that's after going on Mike Tyson podcast, as you guys see, the Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson, and saying he was going to knock out Tank Davis. Tank Davis was phoned in and he was on FaceTime. So there's the FaceTime where Ryan Garcia is talking to Gervonta Davis, and Mike Tyson was like instigating and laughing. He's like, yeah, Tank. Ryan, he talking all this stuff about you, right? And again, Ryan Garcia, he called out Gervonta, did interviews with TMZ, said that's his next fight. Again, 2 weeks later, he switched it, said that's not my next fight. Something bigger came up, and I'm fighting Pacquiao. And then people switched gears and got excited, thinking, oh, okay, he's about to fight Pacquiao. That's a legend. You know, he just had a tough fight with the Southpaw and Luke Campbell. Now he's fighting the legendary Hall of Fame Southpaw, right? And then come to find out, the deal was, even though he posted and said, this is a dream come true and this, that, and the third, Ryan Garcia, he said the Pacquiao fight was pretty much done, you know, or led people to believe it was done based on his post. He was the only one that did it. Manny Pacquiao didn't post anything, to my knowledge. I didn't see Manny Pacquiao post nothing about it. It was just a rumor. So Ryan Garcia, again, ran to social media. And long story short, he later came out and says, hey, hold on. I gotta give you guys all the facts. So after switching gears from Tank to Pacquiao and then claiming he was fighting Pacquiao, it kind of fizzled out and died down. Ryan Garcia says he refuses to fight anybody unless it's those two guys. He says, that's the only people I'm fighting. He's walking down LA or somewhere, walking from the gym, and he was being interviewed. The video's on YouTube. So don't say I'm lying. The videos, unless they deleted it, the video's on YouTube. And he said he only wants to fight those two guys. He said, my next two fights, that's all I'm fighting. Manny Pacquiao or Gervonta. That's all I want. Then he comes out after that, and I have to tell you guys this long-winded story so you guys know what I'm talking about. Then he comes out after that and says, yo, the Pacquiao fight is kaput. I'm not fighting Pacquiao. I tried, but they don't want it or whatever. He's saying it's not my fault. And I just feel like that looks extremely bad, and it's a situation that was all preventable. And this is a cautionary tale for the people who use social media. Social media is a great tool. It's a great vessel to get your brand out there. I've made a whole career on the internet and went from working full-time jobs elsewhere to working for myself and doing my own business, all in the digital space. So I'm about this entrepreneurial digital life. I dig it. I get it. I'm very tech savvy. I use computers every day, and with what I do, I'm online every single day. I got the fastest internet that they make, the fastest package, right? So I get that, but you got to use these services to your benefit, not to your detriment. And I just feel like Ryan Garcia has such a big fan base, and he wants to be positive, but it's very misleading when he puts consistent things out to his audience that are trying to check for him. And then as a man, this is like constructive criticism, as a man, it looks bad when you put things out and then you can't fulfill whatever you said. And he also did it with the Garcia Campbell fight. He said, I'm fighting Luke Campbell, and he posted it, went straight. There's the post. Look, went straight to social media about it. Said, I'm fighting Luke Campbell. Like it or not, that's who I'm fighting. But if you peep the date, this was from July of last year, July 2020. He didn't actually fight Luke Campbell until January 2021. So he's prematurely like hyping people up. And then after he posted this, Oscar De La Hoya, I made videos about all this. After he posted this fan-made flyer and got people hyped up, which he later did fight this guy, but it was in a different time frame. It was in a whole different year, right? And a lot of time had been in between. But after he posted this, Oscar De La Hoya said, the fight's not done. It's not finalized. So these things look bad when you constantly have a fighter prematurely posting fan flyers. He has this incredible fan base, which is great, but wouldn't you want to give your fans, especially since like this is a responsibility, it's a privilege. You got this many people who are tapped in with you. Wouldn't you want them to have reliable information? Just imagine Bryson Tiller, if he got an album coming out and then he keep doing this, and Bryson Tiller says, oh, my album will be on iTunes and Spotify this Friday at midnight. And then Friday at midnight come, and then the album's not there. And then he does it once. Okay, no biggie. Maybe there's a problem with the label. Someone got their wires crossed, whatever. But if he kept doing it, then you'd be like, yo, what gives? Like, you know what I'm saying? You keep telling me to check Spotify and Apple Music, and you say your music's going to be available. Eventually, people are going to stop checking or grow tired and frustrated of that. That's why I'm making this follow-up video, is because Ryan Garcia has all this, fanfare, and he keeps making the same mistake, keeps running to social media and posting, all the announcement, big announcement. I'm fighting Pacquiao. I'm fighting Luke Campbell. And then it takes months to happen, or it doesn't happen. I just think it's a bad look. And that's the danger of social media and being a star on social media is you're under that microscope. People are checking for it. Like me, I'm not saying this to hate on him. I want to see if he's fighting Javier Fortuna or who he's fighting. I can't wait to see what his next fight is. So, you know what I'm saying? When you put that out, like I said, as a man, you have to try your best to stick to it. Now, this is the problem too. It's not just Ryan Garcia doing this, but there's a lot of, I would say, a lot of younger cats. Like, you don't really see, like Pacquiao didn't do this. He didn't rush. He just let it be a rumor. He didn't really say nothing because Pacquiao's a grown man. I want to accept like I did Ricky Hatton. You know what I'm saying? Like Pacquiao grown with it. So he you know, he's been there, done that, been at a high level for years. So he didn't really do all the extra, even when the rumors are out. Even right now, like you can go to Pacquiao's page. He not saying I'm fighting Errol or Terrence Crawford or Mikey. He ain't really told you what he's doing because he's been at this high level. But again, look, there's nothing about Pacquiao, who he's fighting next. He's just grown man with it. Grown man, it's Senator Money Buckman Pacquiao. You know what I mean? He's just doing his thing. But Ryan Garcia is using social media, and it's like he's in essence kind of burning his fans because people are trying to see what's up with him, and he keeps making these promises that he can't fulfill. Now, this is, again, it's not just Ryan Garcia, but the bad thing is you got a lot of fighters who want to be bosses. They want to live that boss life, but they're in contracts or they're in concert with different people like Ryan is with Golden Boy and Oscar De La Hoya, and he's not understanding clearly that this is clearly they have some say-so. And it's a team decision, and you have a lot of moving parts. You have Guadalupe Valencia or whatever the attorney's name is, Oscar De La Hoya, you got Golden Boy, you got your dad, you got your parents, you got, you know what I'm saying? There's some moving parts here. So it just, in my honest opinion, it would behoove the fighters to not go through this. And look at 11 weeks. Just look how bad this looks. Next fight announcing real soon. This is just off the top of the dome, this particular video. You know, this wasn't scripted, but this reminded me because I remember the post. Next fight announcing real soon. Wouldn't believe me if I told you. That was 11 weeks ago. You still haven't announced your next fight. You know, allegedly it was supposed to be Pacquiao, and then that clearly didn't happen. I don't believe it's going to be Gervonta. He's already rumored to fight Mario Barrios or somebody else at a different division. You see what I'm saying? This is a bad look. This is 11 weeks ago. And it's like you want to be in the driver's seat. I get you, but you gotta check your team or something. Tell them to take the leash off you so you can get the announcements out there, or just don't say anything. You know what I'm saying? Or say, hey, I want to be the one to announce it, Oscar or Golden Boy or team. Let me know when I can do it, and you know, we're gonna announce that day. You know, but it just, to me, it's just a bad look in boxing. You have a lot of teams where they're just not in unison. One person will say this, one person will say that, and it's just chaotic and all over the place. And me as a boxing, whatever, fan, reporter, journalist, I don't prefer that. I feel like, you know, just get with your people, announce the fight when you can, no broken promises, and, you know, you be good. And I like Ryan. I like what he's doing. He's showed a lot of heart in his Luke Campbell fight. It's just these phony like announcements and like I'm telling you what I'm doing this date, and I'm fighting Tank and I'm fighting Pacquiao. That's for the birds. So hopefully someone gets in his ear so they could be a little bit more strategic. Like, and I always make this comparison because we all know Floyd Mayweather was atop of boxing for several years. He was the cash cow. He was the number one entertainer, number one events, highest grossing blockbuster events, you know, etc. And his team didn't allow. He was the spearhead of it. Al Heyman empowered him, got the business done. He got the business done, and they empowered him and allowed Floyd to use his fan base or whatever you want to call it to announce. And then Floyd used his platforms to announce, and everything was cool. But you never seen Floyd fights look like a lot of this stuff we're seeing in boxing. And another reason I'm making the video is just because it's just boxing is looking real bad lately with this type of behavior, Stop. We're hearing it and seeing it with they're saying Pacquiao could fight Ryan. Now they're saying Pacquiao Crawford could happen in the Middle East. Now they're saying Joshua and Fury maybe happens in the Middle East and Saudi Arabia. This is all a bad look. And to me, this is my sport, so I want to protect it at all costs and, you know, call these things out and call to action. We as a community in boxing, it's cool to hold each other accountable. You know, Ryan's in the same space and in the same sport that I cover. You know, me as well. If I'm doing something, you know, feel free to give me an honest criticism. But I know I don't do this. I know I don't just get out here and blabbermouth a bunch of stuff that intentionally isn't true or, you know, continues to not happen. I know that much. But I'm good for it. We got to hold each other accountable. That's what it's about. Digital mob, you know, new media egos army. Let's get it. But to me, I just think it's a bad look when Ryan Garcia puts all this stuff out there on social media first, doesn't clear it with his team, you know, and then he just deals with it, you know. Hey, announcement Tuesday. Tuesday rolls by. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Like, I feel like Craig David. Tuesday, we will get that news by Wednesday. Like, I don't know when he's going to announce it. And again, you got to understand, this is your fans, that people want to see what's next and what's popping. I want to promote the fight, you know, and I get it, everything has to happen in due time. But if you say Tuesday, I'm expecting Tuesday. You know, people got to get on their business. Like I said, Floyd Mayweather, he was the El Capitan, creme de la creme. This never happened with Floyd. You never seen Floyd say, I'm fighting Canelo in September. And then Al Heyman or PBC or one of the promoters or Richard Schaefer came out and said, Floyd a lie, the fight ain't done, the fight ain't finalized, boom, boom, boom. Or I'm fighting Pacquiao, and it was announced by Floyd and he posted flyers and stuff and it didn't happen. You didn't really see that, you know? So I'm holding these newer fighters, even though they're not Floyd, they're supposed to be the potential future stars. And to get there, you know, heavy is the head that wears the crown. You want to get to that level, you got to be consistent and congruent with your thoughts. You know, that's just how I look at it. Let me know how I did in this video. Also, use my link for TUBEBUDDY. It takes money to make money. Use my link, get TUBEBUDDY. I use it daily for videos like this. It's a great tool and resource. Use my link in the description. If you have a YouTube channel, regardless of the genre, TUBEBUDDY can definitely help you. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about Ryan. You know, I'm getting bored with all the cap in boxing. And I just let's just get it back to where it's supposed to be. Announce fights when they're ready, stuff like that. You know what I mean? And let's build this sport back up. Holla at me. Peace. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TUBEBUDDY. I've used TUBEBUDDY for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TUBEBUDDY is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TUBEBUDDY and level up your channel faster. We working.